Oh no. No, really? Not gonna fall. That's me on the end of that faucet. About to fall. Drip like me can waste over 20 gallons of water a day. So you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, I came to this planet over 2 billion years ago on an asteroid, but most water has been here since the beginning of the Earth. When I first got here, I fell in the ocean. Oceans contain about 97% of the water on Earth, so I end up spending a lot of time here, unusable by humans and other land or freshwater organisms. Only 2.5% of the water on Earth is fresh water, and less than 1% of fresh water is suitable for human consumption. I love raining. Precipitation is how water gets to land, and it means I might get to become part of a tree for a while. Though the average water drop only spends about a week of every 100 years in the atmosphere, rain is essential to most ecosystems and is what feeds most streams and rivers. Most life requires dependable access to relatively clean water. This is why it's so important to make sure I don't just end up going down the drain. Though they can't destroy water, humans can change water movement and content, and this affects their and other organisms' ability to use water. When I'm absorbed into a tree, I usually stay there for less than a day. Plants require water to photosynthesize and use in other necessary chemical reactions. I'm as important to this tree as I am to the eagle sitting on top of it. When I rain on impervious surfaces like a sidewalk, I don't get to become part of a living thing or groundwater like I would when I usually rain. I end up running off into a storm drain, picking up anything on the concrete and taking it with me. Usually straight into the nearest body of water. A single gallon of gasoline can pollute about 75,000 gallons of water. Yuck! I feel so slimy! Fish don't like me much like this either. Nice thing about a river though, is you can never be sure where it's going to take you next. Like a wetland! Some humans think wetlands are gross, but I love them. Wetlands act as natural filters, cleaning scuzzy water like me right up. It's fantastic. But even they can only handle so much. Because the Earth's natural filtration systems like wetlands and groundwater can't keep up with all the pollution, water treatment plants filter water for human use. But a lot of people don't have access to treated water. Already over 2 billion people don't have access to safe fresh water. So, how did I get into this tap? Well, groundwater. Groundwater is an extremely important resource for plants, the animals that eat those plants, and for humans. It's really important for people to use groundwater wisely, though, because it doesn't get replaced very fast. It's hard work seeping into the ground. When groundwater is used too fast for it to be replaced, there's no longer water in the ground for plants to use, and this can change entire ecosystems. When there's a force pulling on groundwater, it can move relatively quickly. But if there's not, then it can sometimes take a human lifetime to move a mile. You can see why it doesn't get replaced very fast. I'm moving this fast thanks to an external force, a well pump for someone's house. You might wonder why I'm so excited about being someone's tap water. It's been over 300 years since the last time I was in a human. And humans are over 60% water. Your brain itself is 75% water, so I have a lot of work to do. So the next time you're getting yourself a glass of water, remember how far I've come to be here, and how helpful I can be if I'm not just lost down the drain. Yes!